Hello there trainers, welcome back to AdamantianGaming. Today we're going to be looking at the second team we've built for the Jungle Cup, again using that core of Cottonee and Onix, but instead of the Ducklet we're going to be using the Exeggcute. This team I'm basically dubbing the fast move beatdown team, since it's confusion, charm and rock throw. If you enjoy the content, as always please don't forget to like, comment and of course subscribe for future videos. But without further ado, let's get into the battles. Alrighty then. So yeah, this is basically, as you can see, the same team pretty much as last time, but with the Exeggcute instead. I think the other team works slightly better, but this one is so much more fun just because of what it can do with that fast move pressure. Anyway, in the lead is Fantastic up against an Altaria to start with, and Cottonee is just tearing through this thing with the charms. We're obviously going to shield up the Sky Attack. That will do significant damage to the Cottonee. And hopefully we can just farm it down. Yep, the opponent doesn't swap out, which tells me Cottonee might be useful. The opponent brings in a Nidoqueen against our Cottonee, and we'll go straight for our Onix. And Onix is good against both of these things in the back, so that's great. We'll go straight for the Sand Tomb one as we get it, which does a... well, it gets their shield actually. And Onix just farms them all the way down. They bring back in their Nidoqueen, and Onix is at another Sand Tomb, so we'll go ahead and throw that, bring their defense down for other Pokemon. And at this point, Exegcute's looking really, really good. But we do bring in Cottonee. We try to throw the move, but the whole idea of bringing Cottonee here is just to make the Nidoqueen empty out its energy, so that our Exeggcute can just sweep it. They're at 2 Poison Fangs, but it really, at this point, doesn't matter. We'll let the first one through, it's super effective, it's not going to take us out at this point. And massive damage for the Confusions, 2 more of them finish off the Nidoqueen, and that's a good game to my opponent. Very well played. There's the Flareon right here. Flareon just so happens to be my favorite Pokemon. If I was able to have one Pokemon in reality as my buddy, it would be a Flareon. I think it is super duper cool. And yeah, that's why he's there. Right, next battle we see Cottonee up against an Onix, so that's quite a good lead for us. These charms are chunking away. The opponent charges up to a Sand Tomb and then swaps into their Swinub. We don't really have a great answer against Swinub. It is kind of a core breaker for this team, but you know, a team effort, we can handle it. Onix's rock throws are chunking away, we'll pull down its defense. We'd rather see this earlier in the battle than later, so it's kind of good that they swapped into it at this point. They get to another move, and at this point we're not shielding whatever it is, we'll just let it go through. Onix did a good enough job there, put it to low health, pulled its defense down, and our Exeggcute can, 2 Confusions, that's it, and take it out, no problem at all. They bring in a Vigoroth, so that's great, we're resisting those counters thanks to the partial Psychic type, and they do manage to catch the Ancient Power on their Onix, which is fine because we have a chance to get a boost, you know, fishing for it you could say. Doesn't happen, but that's alright. We'll have to use our last shield here I think, or do we let it go? No, we just let it go, expecting the Sand Tomb, but it's a Stone Edge, that's what happened, I remember that. And it's on Cottonee now to close this game out. Can it do it? Yes it can. We're already at a move. They have no shields left. Seed Bomb, what should be enough to take out that Vigoroth. Oh shoot, no, it has way too much health, my bad. Thankfully we have a shield left. And now it's a case of, can we farm it down or will they get to another move? 2 charms, yep, no problem at all. Cottonee takes that win. Good game to my opponent. Oh, this set again, this video again, it's 2 sets again of 4 wins. This team and the previous team with Ducklet, they're round about as good as each other, like I say. They're both kind of on average, like 3 to 4 wins per set, which is really good, I think. Right, next battle. I missed that lead, I was talking too much. But anyway, the opponent swapped into their Cottonee against our Cottonee, and it looks like we're equal on health. They do manage to sneak through a charm though, so that's kind of annoying. Unless they decide to no-shield this, which they don't, so the opponent's going to take this, unfortunately. And I believe they're at a move as well now, which they are. But one confusion from the Exeggcute. We'll take a little chunk. We even let it go. Risky play, but yeah, just a seed bomb, no problem for Exeggcute to handle. So the opponent then waits out the switch clock and bring back in their Ducklet. Was the Ducklet the first Pokemon they had? Anyways, we're going to swap straight into our Onix and do some huge damage with these rock throws and save up a little bit of energy on our Exeggcute for later. They swap into a Stunfisk, and that's horrible. We hate Stunfisk with this team. The opponent decides to no-shield the Rock Tomb, but the Rock Throws are just doing absolutely nothing. Confusions will also be resisted, so this game is looking like it's going to be a loss. We no-shield the Rock Slide. Tanky beast that Onix is, handles it no problem. And again, we're expecting another Rock Slide. What we're just trying to do here is either do as much damage as we can with the Rock Tomb, or get their last shield, hoping the Exeggcute can do something afterwards. So yeah, they let it go again, and can we farm it down? Yes, we managed to sneak through that last confusion, so we're gonna shield this up, and that should be enough to take out the Stunfisk. But the opponent catches it on their Ducklet, transfers the attack, very nicely played. We'll go for the Ancient Power, which they do shield. We don't get the boost, unfortunately. The opponent farms us down and takes out our Onix as well. So yeah, as you can see, Stunfisk is our like literal worst nightmare with this team. If there's a Stunfisk, there's a very good chance that we're gonna lose, as you saw there. Well played though, well played. If I had a Stunfisk, I'd be using it too. Alright, on to the next battle. We are faced with a Ducklet against our Cottonee. So that's pretty good actually. It's a water gun Ducklet, so that's even better for us. They'll be a little bit slower to get to their moves, and they'll definitely not be hitting even close to as hard as if they would if they had wing attack. We decided to let it go, trying to call a Bubble Beam, and unfortunately it was an Aerial Ace. They swap, and we're going to swap into our Onix to start crushing this little bug. Again, we're going to call the bait here, but unfortunately it's an Aqua Tail, which does quite a huge chunk of damage. They're at another. We're expecting it to be another Aqua Tail since it's the same energy as the Cross Poison, I believe. So we do shield it up correctly, and we managed to get to the Sand Tomb, which should in turn allow us to farm it down. If we didn't reach that Sand Tomb, we would not be able to farm it down in time before they got to another Aqua Tail, so that's really nice. They bring back in their Ducklet with Water Guns, so it's doing huge damage to us, but we managed to get it pretty low. And Cottonee has a move charged up, so we're going to go straight away and throw it. Either we're going to take it out or we're going to get that shield. No, we do get the shield, our first one. And they swap into a Venonat, so it's Confusion User versus Confusion User, is it? Our Confusion is tearing through that bug though, so we're definitely shielding up their first move, and we're farming it all the way down, leaving with an Ancient Power to throw at the Ducklet, which definitely will be getting the last shield. And now it's just a case of confusioning down, hopefully. Unless this is a Brave Bird, I think we survive. But Cottonee's still in the back, so one charm can finish him off regardless. Oh well, Aerial Ace did quite a lot of damage there. But yeah, Cottonee there with one more charm, finishes off the Ducklet, and takes the win. Good game to my opponent. On to the next one. So yeah, two videos, Team A and Team B, roughly the same. There's one more day, try them out, see what you think. Right, next battle, again we're faced with a Ducklet lead, very popular. Now that we've put in our Exeggcute, that's all we seem to see. And we're getting lag on top of all that, so that's just awful for us. We call the bait, it is the Bubble Beam, and we're just going to let Cottonee stay in here and just keep charming, try and get to the Seed Bomb. We don't quite get there. I'm pretty sure we're not going to shield here, it's not worth it. It is just another Bubble Beam, so at this point we're swapping out and keeping that energy for later. Onix comes in to farm down. The opponent brings in their own Onix, but thankfully we're a bit ahead on energy, so we are able to get to these sand tombs first, which means we should be doing more damage overall, and we'll take it out unless they decide to commit shields. The opponent reaches their sand tomb. We've just seen how much a sand tomb does when you're not debuffed, so we're going to let the first one go. Knowing that these rock throws are barely doing anything, we get to our second sand tomb now. And the opponent's got a choice to make. Are they going to shield? They do at this point, knowing that with the debuff that would have done a huge amount of damage. But unfortunately they're able to farm us down, so we're going to need to use a shield here at some point. We come straight in with the Cottonee and throw the seed bomb. And we get their second shield from that as well. Cottonee brings it down to 1 HP, so 1 confusion, which is sneak through. We'll be able to take out this Exeggcute. And we're not going to shield it, expecting it to be another sand tomb, which it is. And Onix goes down. And now in the back they've got a Zubat. This is looking pretty good, but those, what is that bite? That is adding up, thanks to the partial psychic type on Exeggcute. We get to the ancient power though, and that finishes off the Zubat, no problem. Good game to my opponent. That was quite a close one in the end though. Maybe if we needed one more confusion, things would have went the other way, so that was, yeah, that was pretty lucky. So that's a 4 out of 5 for us there in our first set. And a Porygon. That's pretty good. Only got like 100 of those, but hey, they've only got so many Pokemon in the game, haven't they? It is what it is. What we're really wanting is that Tapu Lele. Maybe it'll happen one day. Alright. On to set number 2. See, I don't even know what the next cup is. Is it the Hatch Cup next? That'll be quite good, I think. That's what the Catch Cup, not Hatch Cup. So it's like Pokemon you've caught within a certain time frame. Could be good. Anyways, terrible lead for us against the Skorupi, so we're going to swap immediately into the Onix, because we've got 2 counters for it, and Onix is much better defensively. It can take an Aqua Tail, it can take a Cross Poison. We're fine. The opponent decides to swap into their own Onix at this point, and we're going to throw our Sand Tomb, same as the previous battle. It's a bit of a slow matchup when you come to Onix versus Onix, and it looks like they're trying to farm us all the way down, and they do succeed in doing so, so this Onix is stacked with energy at this point. Cottonee comes in, we're going to have to tank Sand Tomb, hopefully, but it's a heavy slam, and that does huge damage to the Cottonee. But we should be able to farm it down here before they're able to get to another move. But we're on extremely low health, so things are not looking great. We are able to reach the Seed Bomb though, so can we make the opponent force a shield? Can we force a shield from the opponent? We can't, they tank it. So now it's all on Exeggcute with 2 shields, and they've got 2 shields as well. And look at these confusions, they're adding up like crazy against this Steel type. Magnemite, I don't know why people are using it in this league, it is far too squishy. We're going to go for the Ancient Power, knowing that they're probably going to shield, but we're fishing for the boost. We do get the shield, we don't get the boost, and the opponent knows at this point it's over, so they concede the match, and that's a good game to my opponent. Well played. Exeggcute, when it works, it really, really works, but from time to time you get hard-boiled. It's just the nature of the game, really. Alright, Mike Myers, let's go. Cottonee into Onix, that's a pretty good lead for us, we'd like to see that. A shiny Onix too. So these charms are going to be tearing away at the Onix, but the rock throws are no joke either. They hurt. And again, we're going to call it the Sand Tomb because that's what you've got to do with Onixes. And it is the Sand Tomb. And the opponent makes a nice swap into their Litleo. So we're going to swap into our Onix and tear this sucker right down. Shield if we have to, which thankfully we don't. And we leave with a Sand Tomb for their Turtwig. And this is most likely they're running Razor Leaf. So Onix is going to say bye-bye here really quickly. Yikes. But we managed to do a good chunk of damage. And we'll come in with our Exeggcute here, resisting these Razor Leafs, and we'll try and charge it from energy. Since Exeggute's quite slow to get his energy, we need that little bit of an advantage sometimes. We'll shield up the Body Slam and hopefully farm it all the way down. which we do, and leave with a move to throw out what comes in again. Was it the Onix? So again, we're going to just go straight for the Ancient Power, fishing for the boost, expecting them to shield, which they do. We don't get the boost, unfortunately. You basically never get the boost. I think I've had it one time in the last like half a week of using this team. Oh god, not great. And we're going to shield up because that confusion went through. We should be able to take them out here. Yeah, and that's a good game to the opponent. To the opponent? Yeah, to my opponent. Good game. On to the next battle. I think we've got maybe this one and two more battles left. Maybe 3. I'm losing count. Yeah, it's all good. Alright, so another Onix lead. We like that, as I said before. Non-shiny this time though. We'll just let these charms eat away at the Onix. And again, no shield, expecting the Sand Tomb. 9 times out of 10, it's a Sand Tomb. Because most of them are single move Onixes. The opponent this time swaps into a Golbat. Probably should have swapped out sooner, but we're going to go for some shields here, see if we can get one. The opponent wisely decides not to shield, so we swap into our Onix just to tear through this thing. No matter what it throws, Onix can tank it. We don't need to shield here. Perfect, just a Poison Fang. We'll farm it all the way down and leave with a ton of energy to throw at the next opponent, the next Pokemon that comes in, which is the Onix again. So we're going to go straight for the Sand Tomb here. Hopefully get the next shield, which we do. Not a great shield by the opponent there, but heck, who knows what's in the back. Maybe it's something really weak to us. We're going to let their Sand Tomb go and aim to just put them... Oh no, we're going to go for our Sand Tomb and finish them off, since at this point they've got no shields left, and we'll just trust them our 2 shields. And oh goodness me, there's got a Pikachu Libre in the back. Cottonee's charms, was that 3 charms, maybe 4 charms, half of its HP. We're letting it go, and it still doesn't kill us, and we managed to get another charm through, and we're just going to finish farming it down with the Execcute's Confusions. And we will shield here. I really wanted to no shield this one, I remember this. We could have no shielded it as well and 2 shield flexed, but best to be safe rather than sorry. We take the win. Good game to my opponent. So yes, two more battles, I think. Anyway, I won't be sad to see the Little Jungle Cup go. It's definitely run its course now. A week's more than enough of it. Time to get on to some better leagues. Right, Barboach in the lead, so we know this thing has Ice Beam. And we swap into Onix. That's fine for us, but that Barboach could be a problem later on. We'll have to be clever and keep our shields to deal with it, considering that it has Mud Bomb that it can throw against the Onix, and Ice Beam that it can throw against our other 2 grass types. We'll throw a Seed Bomb, and we manage to take out the Onix, no problem at all. And they are still switch locked, so at this point we're going for our Execute. Let this confusion damage massively add up. We're going to shield up for the Poison Fang, because that would be doing a lot of damage to us. And we're going to probably double shield, yeah. And we're going to hopefully be able to farm it all the way down and leave just a ton of energy for the next, what was that again? Oh, nope, they swap into the Barboach, that's totally fine. We're going to go for the Seed Bomb. And we do get a shield, but things are not looking great at this point, though those confusions are massively adding up, so that is good to see. They're going to have to throw the Ice Beam, I think, to take us out. No, squishy Execute goes down to the Aqua Tail. And now Cottonee's got to come in and charm down. Thankfully we're able to do so, and we're going straight for the swap into Onix to deal with their Nidoran. Poison Fang, Body Slam, it's got no play against Onix, and we're taking that win. Good game to my opponent once again. And now we're on to the final battle of this video. 2 sets, 4 out of 5. So, I can't remember if I've lost this set already. Call it hashtag short-term memory loss, but hey, we'll see. So, up against Shelmet. Again, not a fantastic Pokemon for this team to see, Shelmet, but we can kind of deal with it. Team effort. We let the first move go through, hoping it was a body slam, but it's a bug buzz, and we get the defense drop. So we're going to go straight for the seed bomb and try to get a shield back from them. The opponent knows, they know their counts, they don't shield, so we're just going to have to do as much as we can with these charms. We're not shielding Cottonee here. We're letting it go down, it did fantastically, took out a problem Pokemon for this team, and we're going to come in with Onix and just quickly rock throw it down. Leave with a little bit of energy, and unfortunately they have a Wooper, and again, Woopers, I know we've got 2 grass types, but we don't like Woopers with this team. We're too slow to get to our charge moves, and Onix has no play. So this is looking pretty bad. And they've got a freaking Cottonee. Oh my goodness. This is one of those games where we get destroyed, it looks like. Ah well, good way to finish the video off. You get to see what this team looks like when it is incredibly hard countered. Alright, so we're going to just try and farm it all the way down. We need to leave with as much energy as possible here. Double shield, but we've still got that Wooper to deal with. There's no way we're winning this. No hope for us. But Onix, bless his heart, he'll try his best. Throw out another Sand Tomb. They decide to no shield knowing it's a Sand Tomb, and this will be a Mud Bomb, most likely to finish us off. Yep, the opponent takes that win. Good game. Well played. Good squad you've got there, opponent. A wee Cranidos to finish. So yeah, as you can see, this team, it works really well. If it gets rolling, it will steamroll the opponent's team with its fast move pressure. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.